Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Lord of Mysteries, episode 6. Shall we begin? Okay, I just wanted to start off by saying I'm just in a really good mood. Yesterday, I did a 12K trail race and it was so much fun. I did it with my friend Sabrina and I just feel so accomplished. It's a lot of work. Like I've done a 10K before, but it was on like a road. Running on a trail is just a completely different beast, okay? So yes, it is Saturday. I am watching Lord of Mysteries today. Normally I watch it Friday night. So yeah, just good vibes, guys, good vibes. And I have a 10K trail race coming up next weekend, so a lot of races, but I feel accomplished. So yay. Okay, so diving in, sharing my thoughts, and also I do want to include comments left from previous videos. I've been getting a lot of really helpful comments, so if you want to leave a comment expanding on an idea or answering a question, as long as it's not a spoiler, okay? Because sometimes when I watch shows, I will ask a question, but sometimes I don't want it answered if it is a spoiler. So I will timestamp these parts of the reaction. More of a review and further analysis of my thoughts from the last episode. Because, like I said, when I'm editing my reactions, I am also rewatching the episode in that sense. And I will say, I have seen dub clips for episode 1 and 2. The dub is really good. Honestly, I kind of wish the dub and the sub came out at the same time. That might have tempted me to watch this anime and dub, but I will continue with the sub just because I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait like weeks to watch the episode. So, but probably on my own time, I will rewatch it in dub. Sometimes when I am working out or on the treadmill, I will be like, okay, dub, let's watch it. Okay, you guys, episode 5. That was a wild one. We had Klein use his abilities to go into Joyce's memories, which we saw in the beginning of the episode. At the time watching the episode, I didn't really think about it, but unless I'm misunderstanding something there, the fact that Klein is now able to view people's memories, like, is he slowly gaining other abilities from other sequences? Because it was used on him in the very beginning of Lord of Mysteries, where he was afraid of, like, basically it revealing himself, because now we have the spirit medium's abilities mixing with his own. So part of me wonders, is that just a thing with early sequences and how these abilities can overlap with each other? Part of me thinks that maybe the earlier the sequence, abilities can overlap with each other, maybe as some sort of test, so you can like dabble in other abilities. But also if they are weaker forms because you are so early on in the sequences, like I feel like the farther, the higher power you get, the harder it would be to do that. But I'm wondering, because you're in like sequence 8, sequence 9, is it just easier? Or maybe I'm just completely misunderstanding what was happening there. Or if it's just slightly different or interpreted differently on what Klein was using there, because he is a seer. So I did take a note of that. I'm like, when I was really thinking about it, editing that part of my reaction, I'm like, wait a second. So I just wanted to take note of that for my little talk in this section. So if I ever notice things like that, I will talk about it in my next reaction, because most of the time when I'm sitting there editing, because I'm like I'm going back and forth like so many times. So, but the main part of episode 5, the craziest part of episode 5, the assassin pathway. How do you feel about that, guys? Like, as a guy watcher, like, how did that make you feel? Would you do it? Would you take that path? That's what I'm curious about. And that also had me wondering with the assassin pathway, what if, because we find out earlier in that episode, they were mentioning it. Also, Klein was like, oh my gosh, like I'm a little worried about Triss, you know? And it's like, well, you see, that the higher ups, they're all women. But after finding out that Triss transformed into a woman in this episode, makes me wonder if the higher ups were previously men, like not women. Because for the sequence 7 witch, it's also a sacrifice. Like, if you were a man in the past, you are sacrificing a lot there. You are changing your identity. You are completely changing. So that has me wondering, because if you are a woman, what are you really changing? Like, going into that sequence 7, like taking that potion for sequence 7. If you're a woman, you're not really sacrificing anything. You're just becoming a woman. Do they have like different effects? Like, if you are a woman taking that path, or did I miss something? No, because they would have been like, whoa, okay, early on, if you only could be a man. So do you just not get affected? I feel like later on there might be something that would affect a woman in that sense. But if you are turning into a woman, I mean, but maybe they need that for whatever the other sequences are down that path. But that had me thinking, I'm like, what if they all were men? And I believe Dunn Smith made a point, like, oh my gosh. I don't know if he said if he thought they all were men, but thinking about how some could have been men, that had me really thinking, because I'm like, okay, with Triss, I feel like, you're like, okay, you know what? That's pretty noticeable. This woman comes out, we make a note to like focus on the hat falling on the ground, and it's like everything is pointing to that being Triss, because where the heck would Triss go, you know, in that situation? I also feel like maybe if you are a woman and you go down that path, because there are like different forms of witch, you know? There's some like creepy witches. So maybe what if you're a woman, you would sacrifice your looks in that sense? Maybe you would become this like ugly witch looking lady. I wonder if they're gonna expand on that a little bit, because I am curious. I'm so curious. I'm like, what if I wanted to take that pathway, okay? And I was presented with that potion, like what would happen? Like what would happen? And we had Triss turn into Trissy, a very attractive woman. So I'm just like, huh. I just love how everything came together in that episode and how it played out, to find out that Leonard was like, hey, you know, that looks a lot like Triss. And their reactions to that. You know what? I feel like we are setting up these new characters. Like, Azik was mentioned in episode 5 as well, but we haven't seen him since we saw Klein meet up with him. And now I'm like, okay, we have Trissy. We have Trissy now, and she's gone. So I wonder if these are characters that will be really important. I feel like Azik for sure, because of his connection with the previous Klein, but with Trissy, I am very interested to see her again. These episodes are longer than your usual anime episodes, but I feel like I kind of wanted them to expand a little bit on Triss, like turning into a female, you know? Like, taking that witch potion. We kind of saw the struggle with the lipstick and it not going on, but I feel like, I don't know, that's such a big thing, a big sacrifice, that maybe later on we will hear about his thoughts, because it's still like fresh, like it just happened in this episode, like turning into a woman and then running away from Klein and the Nighthawks. So a lot happened, but I kind of wish we expanded on that a little bit, because for sequence 8, we kind of saw the instigator side of Triss, especially with the woman of the husbands that he killed. That still was wild, but we got to see that side of him a bit. But yeah, I'm curious how much we will focus on. Although I do feel like Trissy will be a very important character. Also, just having these different characters go down these different pathways, I also feel like we will focus on these different characters taking different pathways, and maybe it's more of a case where we see this character early on and then we'll see them later on and just see how different they've become, type of thing. I really don't know how long this show will go on for, but there's just a lot. The show has you really thinking about a lot of situations, and I feel like the world building is so strong. Like, already there are so many things I want to learn about in this place. Like, I want to learn more about these characters. But with the witch potion requiring them to make a huge sacrifice, which I feel like will be, when you go farther down the sequences to become stronger, the sacrifices will be greater. I just wonder with the assassin pathway, like what else are they gonna have to do? Because that's a big one there. The witch part, it's like, what's the next sequence? Like, what could be next after that? Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I also had these 3 comments I wanted to talk about because they were very interesting. Okay, so from Portuguese D. Shanks, we had, by the way, the mandated punishers and the machinery hivemen are the official Beyonder organizations, just like the Nighthawks, which I was gonna talk about that in this little intro, but then I'm like, okay, this comment actually addresses my question I had with that. So They are under the Church of Lord of Storms and Church of God of Steam and Machinery, respectively. Generally, these organizations have their own jurisdiction range and doesn't interfere with each other. But since the Alpha Alpha incident overlapped with their zones, they are working together, which made me think about the underground tanking because they did mention, they're like, I think it was Klein. He was like, is this even allowed? Like, how is this allowed? But with that, I feel like it definitely benefits these organizations to not like just step in and take them down, which I guess makes sense why they end up working together. But thank you for the comment and the clarification. From Azik, he didn't actually stare at the true creator. And this was my question from the beginning of last reaction with Dunn Smith. I'm like, okay, he is, I feel weird saying lower sequence, but I mean power, because like 9, 8, 7, the higher, it's like 1, 2. It's weird saying it like that because when you think of like higher number, you think of like bigger numbers. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean though? You know what I mean? I was asking about that because I'm like, okay, Dunn Smith is staring at this true creator and I feel like he shouldn't really be at this moment. But okay, so this is, I'm assuming, in response to my last question in this video. He didn't actually stare at the true creator, just an echo of the corruption he represents. It's strong enough for you to visually see his image. It still puts some backlash, but since he is sequence 7, it won't be that much. If he was a sequence 9, it might actually corrupt him. Okay. Okay, so that to me makes more sense because I'm like, if people in a low sequence like that could see the true creator and nothing bad happening, I mean, let's be real, the true creator, he corrupted my film. Like, I was a little confused. I'm like, unless in the beginning of this episode, something were to happen to Dunn Smith, but nothing did. And I'm like, oh, but thank you for the comment, clarification. That does make a lot of sense. And then we have Derek's. What I really love about Lord of Mysteries is that every character is actually smart. They don't overlook the obvious. And I get that a lot with those characters. They do appear very self-aware and intelligent compared to, I feel like, a lot of other shows. For example, the way they connected Triss to Trissy was pretty straightforward, and the characters picked up on it just like the audience would. This trend continues further into the novel. When something is clear to us, it's usually clear to the characters too, which again is such a different feeling when watching this show because I feel like when watching other shows, you get the sense of like, okay, I know this information, but the main character or the characters we are following, they don't know it yet. So it's kind of painful. It's like, we know it. Especially with Lenardi, he's kind of like, oh, Klein, what do you want to say? Like, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, dude is probably questioning things. So you definitely feel like they're a lot more intelligent compared to a lot of shows too. Because I feel like a lot of things like fly over characters' heads and it's like, oh, they don't annoyingly ignore clues like most lazy stories. It shows how much effort the author puts into making mysteries genuinely complex. So when characters struggle to solve something, including us, it's because the mystery is actually difficult. That's a good point. That's a good point. Not because the characters are actually dumb. As a result, there's never a moment where the story feels unrealistic just because someone is being stupid for the sake of the plot. And I feel like that's something that really gets me into this show is how complex things are, but the mystery. I feel like shows with good mystery, they turn out to be so good. So those were just 3 comments. And again, thank you guys all for the comments. There are a lot of positive comments, so thank you so much. But yeah, this show is a lot of fun. It gets you thinking, but it's a lot of fun. And I'm ready for this episode. Oh my gosh. I'm excited to check out episode 6. But yeah, if you guys made it through my intro, if you watched my intro, thank you so much. And again, if you wanted to comment during my reaction, if I ask a question or something, or you wanted to expand on an idea, as long as it's not spoilers, they will be welcomed because I will check them out and you might be included in the next video. So if you guys want to comment, even on Patreon, if you guys leave a comment on Patreon, that might get included too. But yeah, thank you guys. Again, thank you so much for all the love. The show had me a little scared, episode 1 and 2, I will say, but I've just been having a lot of fun with it. And okay, time for episode 6. Before I get started, make sure to check out Gamer Subs. Use code Jamie for 10% off. And time for Lord of Mysteries. Let's go. Okay, let's get into it. Oh. Okay. What is happening here? Okay, and the... Okay. Am I looking? I'm trying to... The eyes, that's the person's eyes, right? What am I looking at here? It's so dark. Sometimes the screen is just really dark. Also, was that like a shadow of a body? This is very disturbing. Okay, no, that is their face. Their finger just flew off. Oh. What the heck was happening there? That was bizarre. And the finger just freaking breaking off at the end. Episode 6, teacher. Oh, okay. I hope this means that we're going back to Azik, but could just be maybe about what we were seeing. Wait a second. Oh wait, that is Azik, right? Yeah, that's Azik. Okay. I was just like, when are we gonna see him again? What is going on? Like, we saw him do this weird thing where like this skull looking thing came out of the shadow, but something is happening to him here. Are we getting an Azik episode? Cause hello.
伊丽莎白小姐前来求补解梦。她从拉姆德小镇回来后，在她梦里，我看到了一座废弃的古堡和一名骑士的怨魂。
Okay, so he's seeing her dreams right now, right?
古堡内确实有怨魂。
Oh, okay, we're
能侵扰梦境的怨魂都异常强大，为此，队长专门带来了30782。
Okay.
的太阳神
We
辉。
brought.
1分钟内溃散，
Okay, so
也可以让范围内的
that's
被
like a
感者6小时后。
wow. Okay, whoa. Okay, so there's a lot going on. Okay, so what they have is an artifact. After 6 hours, only know. Wow. Okay. Someone was telling me that it's just the dialogue is just spoken a lot faster, so that's why the subs kind of feel like, okay, after a minute, within 15 meters of it. Okay, so what he's holding can cause. Okay.
可以让15米内的怨魂1分钟内溃散，也可
It
以让
also turns beyonders within the area of effects into idiots.
范围内的非
So it's
感者
just
6
being
小时
there
后
for a long time.
成只知道赞美太阳的白痴。
After 6 hours, only know to praise the sun. Okay, so I feel like you definitely are driven mad if you're there after 6 hours. So we are probably going to time this out, which I'm assuming what he's doing here. So, oh shit, well, 2 hours left. I felt like that was kind of just like boom thrown at me at the beginning. So I had to take a little pause there. All good though. Oh. Oh boy. It's okay.
上面，
Oh shit. Fast moving, bros. Oh. Oh, I'm assuming like a guard of the castle. No head. Klein. Oh.
这怨魂不比寻常，出来，找出他的弱点。
Oh.
队长，
Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
找到了，
This thing has the moves though. Klein. Oh shit. Oh, that thing's gonna jump right in front. Oh. Holy shit.
不疼。
What? So you're getting protected? Oh. Oh, what? Okay. So you're just seeing it before it happened.
超过1分钟了，
Damn. Wow.
否则结果难料。
Okay. Holy. That was a lot to take in that moment. Animation on point. Okay, so this wrath that was, I'm assuming, bound to protect this castle, this area. I also feel like a strong point that's very important in this situation is the fact that they were all keeping their calm. Like, you can tell Klein was getting a little, like, sweaty. But Dunsmith, man, dude keeps his calm. But Dunsmith, he really can stay composed, and that's impressive. Daddy Dunsmith.
超过1分钟了。
Daddy Dunsmith, man.
执念很重。
Oh.
这种级别的冤魂，至少存世几百年了。
So it's
古
been.
堡年代虽然久远，民间传说多，
Oh.
却没有一个和冤
So
魂
it
相
was just like stuck there. Mirror? Picture. Oh.
从风格来看，这位或许是古堡的第一任主人，传说中神秘失踪的初代拉姆。
He just vanished.
这个人好眼熟啊！这不是阿兹克先生吗？
Wait, what?
克莱恩最尊敬的老师是
Wait, did that look like Azik?
等等，只是有点像。
一人带着30782镇守，其他人休息恢复。
Wow.
2
Okay.
小时轮换一次。
你们先休息。
好。
Okay, Klein. Well.
有事互相交
Okay,
流。
if we're connecting this back to Azik, I'm definitely feeling like. Wait, was that what we saw in the very beginning of the episode then? I guess something as those were wigs. Like me thinking, okay, that actually could be Azik because that was never their real hair, that like white hair. It was just, those are wigs. That was more of like the European elite look. Because I do remember like even presidents too wearing those white wigs. And like if you're wealthy, you'd wear those wigs. So, okay. It was the hair that was really throwing me off there, but the face, yeah, I could see it.
你们先休息。
好，我们就在外面，有事互相叫一声。
Well, something I feel like is going to happen, especially when Klein's in areas
好温润的感觉。这东西对魂
that previous Klein has been in. I feel like there's always a connection made.
多了。资料上只显示这枚圣辉来自因蒂斯，
Sun pathway, but source.
会不会减少干扰呢？
Okay.
我需要找一个更隐蔽的地方。
Dude, just be careful.
触感还挺真实，直接依靠我的感受具现。
Oh.
The Howley Fairy Chinsiliant。
Oh. Wait, okay.
永恒烈阳，
Oh.
永恒烈阳组织就掌握着太阳途径。
Yeah, you would think that would make sense. Oh, shit.
就是30782
Golden
无法被
liquid
风力
first.
控制的原因。
He's just reversing it. Is he gonna
这
touch
玩
it?
意儿究竟是什么呀？
Oh, Lord.
某种高品阶的非凡材料。
I don't know if you want to touch it. Be careful. Oh. This is an experience. Oh my gosh. It's like when you look into the sun. Oh my gosh. Holy shit! That's why you don't stare into the sun, kids. Holy, okay, something's... Oh my gosh. For him, I'm wondering if that's just because he is a seer, but that was intense. The source of this mutated sun, sacred emblem in my hand. Okay, so just because Klein was saying it was related to the sun pathway, but its source was never identified as... I feel like he could have really killed himself there. The gray fog. Dude. So even the injuries, all of that.
刚才的占卜指向了一轮太阳。我去，不会是永恒烈阳吧？居然直视了神灵。
Oh.
要不是有灰雾抗杀，我怕是连灰都不是。以后不能什么都拿来占卜了。 谁知道会看见什么鬼东西
？Oh, and he's healed. Oh.
这是纯白天使，阳影符咒的制作技巧。
What?
符案者，光之祭司。
Must not gaze directly at the gods.
我的体弹抗大 boss 1分钟
A
攻击，
reward for
得到
solo
的生存奖励
taking
吗
the boss.
等等，
Sequence 4 unshadowed. Wait.
是我收获的第一份高序列配方。
What the hell?
那滴金色液体是神血，30782，恐怕比所有人想象的都要强大。以后得找个机会再薅一下那滴神血。
What? Okay, the fact that he was like clearly seeing the title for Sequence 4?
第一份高序列配方。
That's crazy.
金色液体是神血，30782，恐怕比所有人想象的都要强。
Oh my gosh, dude.
找个机会再薅一下那滴神血的羊毛。
That was insane. Amazing.
今天就这样吧，该回去了。
I would be careful not to go a little too far, you know? Wow. It does make me think, though, how dangerous that could have been. I mean, he could have died there. Him just wanting to explore more, but then like, no, kind of need to settle down a bit because isn't that, because I feel like the higher the sequence, well, once you reach like 1, 2, 3, the more mentally unstable you can be. I wasn't expecting to just see the Sequence 4 name right there. Oh. Already, I feel like this episode, I said it last time, but I'm like, okay, this one might be my favorite.
不可直视神，一定要切记啊。
Yeah.
说回来，那个纯白天使是什么玩意儿
Yeah. The angel of pure white.
我们先将30782送回黑荆棘，你就休息吧，辛苦了，克莱恩。
Well, got a lot out of that. So, well, time to read. Oh gosh. Okay, the first Epcot. Age of Chaos. The creator awakens from the chaos, creating the first light and forming all things from his body. The second Epcot, Dark Epcot. The Ever-Night Goddess awakens. The third Epcot, Cataclysm Epcot. The human survives the great cataclysm with the blessing and protection of the gods. The fourth Epcot, Epcot of Gods. Frequent wars and changing of dynasties. The fifth Epcot, Iron Age. The seven gods blessed the northern continent. Sometimes I just want to check. I guess that's just expanding on the Epcot, the different Epcots, but...
阿兹克先生
No.
找到霍纳奇斯资料了。
Oh.
要上去吗？我是很想看资料，但那个油画上的男人和阿兹克先生到底有没有关联啊？
This is gonna get juicy. Let's, please, I want to know more about Azik. Let's go.
打扰了，阿兹克先生。
Is he even there? Like, we were seeing... Okay, wait, in the beginning of the episode, was that him doing something really crazy? Oh my gosh. Oh! 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 Oh shit. Is he alive? Wait, there is a sword. That almost looks like the sword. Oh my gosh. Oh. He's not dead, is he? Okay, it's just the wall. That is terrifying. Wait, that's like the castle. We were just there. What?
难道那幅油画真的？
Oh my gosh. Dude. Moments like that freak me out.
刚才您不在，我看到这画，不自觉就走进来了。最近总做一些奇怪的梦，清醒后，这里就被我画成这
Oh,
样。
so he's not even conscious when that's happening. Hmm, that's so concerning.
霍纳奇斯主峰古代遗迹研究。
Okay.
谢谢阿兹克先生，那我就先。
Will you though? Will he
就在
let
这儿
you?
了。
Mm.
你已经不是霍伊大学的学生了，这些资料不能带离学校的。
Okay. Oh.
坐吧。
Hmm.
你今天似乎有些紧张。
Oh my gosh, you guys, the tension. Also, the way he put his hand on him. Oh my gosh. Okay, no simping. This serious matters, okay? We kept hearing about this Hornachus like in every freaking episode, and we still don't really know what it is, so come on. Oh my gosh. Whew. The way he showed up like that.
坐吧，你今天似乎有些紧张。我太激动了，这很像我在梦境占卜中看到的宫殿，不过那座在峰顶更加恢宏，还有一张不属于人类的巨大座椅。霍纳奇斯山脉横跨鲁温和因蒂斯，他们相信死亡不是终点。死去的亲属他们会将死者留在枕边，在之后。
Oh my gosh！
计划到此为止。 不涉及下葬的部分，有很多生活痕迹，但奇怪的是，没有墓葬，没有尸骸，人就像瞬间消失，从来没有存在于这个世上。
That's
而且这个古老文明存在，他们尊称它为黑夜的主宰，天。
The mother of the sky，
同黑夜女神有关。克莱恩，咖啡不喝吗
？What if he drugged it or something？
好苦。以往你都是加一。
He's so fine though. What the hell?
口味有些变。
Unless he's getting a little suspicious of Klein.
我发现你的命运有不协调的波动。我嗅到这种波动会给你带来危险，但却无法再解读出更多启示。
Okay.
可有一点我很确定。 你命运中不协调的一部分，很隐晦地指向了我。
His fate points to him.
最近见过这座古堡。面对我，也有着从未有过的紧张。
Oh my gosh! Ooh!
你
Oh my!
知道我的一些秘密。
Oh god! Oh my gosh! Dude! Nah, he's like, chill.
不用紧张。 我只是想找回我的过去。
To find out about his past.
过去。
So, wait, okay, so we are talking, oh my gosh, that was a beautiful transition. Okay, backing it up a bit because he wants to know about his past, but how he's saying it like that, that would imply that he lost his memories, like he wants to find out more about his past. I would find that alarming. I mean, some people do honestly like block things from their memories, so that could be the case, like something traumatic happening to him. But also implying that there's this whole like reincarnation belief going on when they were talking about the goddesses and those people believe. And I'm guessing Klein is just the key to that. I mean, it could be it like... And how he said, like, Klein leads to him. So now it makes me think of, with Klein trying to discover who this Klein was. Maybe him and Azik will be, like, more connected in that sense. The tension, man. And he wants to find that out. But maybe he's not even aware that there's that painting of him. That Klein was like, hey, is this him?
想找回我的过去。
Doesn't seem harmful. Seems like he's distraught, like trying to figure it out. Again, so cinematic here.
不会有事的。
Oh my gosh.
一直很好。战斗也显示，
I don't
如
think
果告诉阿兹克
would
先
do
生
anything bad to Klein here.
并替他在职业者内部隐瞒，他会在未来救我一次。在我。 你还真是老古董啊！这边是马厩，有我最爱的白马。
Entering areas though that you do remember can bring those memories back. Oh.
我的孩子常在这里玩。
His child.
中的剑到处跑，口里念叨着。 我是国王的骑士，长剑。
Wait, so are we implying? That's his child? Oh. And the sword, because he drew that with his blood. Oh. Is something bad gonna happen when he's touching that? Oh. Wait, that could explain what was happening the first time we saw him? Oh. Oh no, no, no. Okay. It was like, damn. Oh, Azik, I feel bad for him. And he's just going down. Oh, Klein. Oh. Is he gonna find like his dead body? And that was the sword guy? Well, his son. Oh. Oh my gosh. I just can't see this ending well. That makes me so sad for him though, when he mentioned his son. And his son was like protecting, guarding the castle. Oh no. This is giving freaking mummy vibes. Oh, did they just enter him? I'm assuming that's all of the dead, like, spirits that have been there. We are on a trip, guys. Again, with what we're seeing and all of those like spirits of, I'm assuming all of the corpses from everyone that was buried there, their bodies that were hidden, with what was happening to him the first time that we saw him, wondering, I'm assuming that's just his pathway, right? Because seeing that like skullish like figure appear out of the shadow. So we don't, okay, it's something with like the dead. Definitely something with the dead. I didn't know we would be getting a full-on just Azik-focused episode. I love it, though. I'm here for it. His story seems very tragic, though. Oh. They're burning all the bodies. Oh. Oh. Is that gonna be him? Oh! That's disturbing. Oh my gosh! Is he just cursed? Whatever pathway he's on. Dead returning from... Oh my gosh. Shit. Damn, he's strong. Ooh, Azik. Oh no, the horse. Why the horse? Holy moves, bro. Whew. Oh. Oh. What the hell? Are we just... Okay. Oh. Insane. We are definitely seeing like his beyond our ability. Oh, and there it is. Okay, so these are just his beyond our abilities. Oh. It does give me like stand energy. Oh, it's like... Dude just made a freaking like Titan. Oh my gosh. He's so cool. What I want to know is, are we just seeing like the same Azik, or are we seeing like different parts of his life type of Azik?
今册封为拉姆德
Okay.
大男爵，受奥古斯都一级勋章。
He looks so sweet. Oh my gosh, no. No. The family stuff. Oh, they look so cute.
阿兹克先生眼神很温
I
柔，
know! Like,
和油画上完全不一样。
he looks like a nice, sweet man here. I mean, obviously something bad happened, so.
阿兹克
Oh.
先生像是变了一个人。
Tragedy.
这些事，
So they're just always around. Oh. Okay. Dude has a whole bunch of these, like, spirits bowing down to him. Does he not? Like, he doesn't. Even his son looks. Oh no. So he was. Okay. With that, how eerie, how dark. But now I'm like, is he causing his wife to get sick? And the son also looked sick. Like under his eyes, there were so many like lines and he looked tired. So it's just whatever's going on with Azik, but also affecting everyone around him. Dude. He looks so happy. He looks so cute and it was so happy. Did he just leave them? And the sword. Oh my gosh. He left the sword. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh no. No. Dude, that got. Whenever there's like a freaking family and him leaving, that's just sad. Wow.
阿兹克先生，醒醒！
Oh, seeing all that would be painful. Oh, wait, but we were saying. Wait. We actually said what his freaking pathway was. Oh. Corpse collector pathway sequence unknown. Okay, so we're not revealing his exact sequence, but you guys, the music and just him leaving his wife and his kid. So he's going down the corpse collector pathway. Honestly, with what that lady was saying, like curse, and knowing the sacrifices people will have to make to get further down the sequences. So, but finding out that in the beginning of the episode, that was like his son, just the wrath was his son, and I'm seeing him there in the sword, that breaks my heart. But so he was just getting flashes of all of this. Azik, you troubled man. I just want to give him a hug. That's so sad. Oh, he wanted to know. I don't know if I want to know all of that.
我的离去并没能让你摆脱厄运，封官而死，谁这么恶毒？
The marks! Oh my gosh.
头部遗失了，
Yeah, and that's what he saw. That's why he was headless.
所以怨魂才会最近出现。被偿还。
Oh. So that was that.
这个
Oh.
软废物。
So, I'm assuming this is what we were seeing happening. Oh, Klein! Oh, no! Oh my gosh! Wait. Oh.
哈斯克先生，这是干什么？
Oh my gosh. Oh. Dude. Oh man.
让你命运不协调的力量。
The fact that he like connected with Klein there.
不过放心，我会找到他的，
Dude.
也许也能帮助你。
Oh. Wow. Okay, so in this moment, I feel like especially with what Azik is saying, is just how Klein and Azik, their fate is connected in the end. Makes me wonder, though, if part of Azik was passed on to Klein as well, especially because he was like seeing Braveness. Oh, the little. Damn, that's sad.
你想起自己是谁了吗？
我只恢复了部分记忆，我是个活了很久很久的人。
也许您和那位死神有些关系。
Maybe. I mean,
我就会陷入
corpse
沉
collector.
再想来，已经忘却了一切，
Oh, what?
只记得名字、基本的知识和
That's
一份身份证
crazy. And that's probably part of the pathway, right?
便开始做梦。
That sounds
有时候
so
我有个
messed
女儿
up.
他很喜欢我亲手做事后，我又是领主，有着漂亮的妻子和3个孩子。我深爱着我的家人，
Identity crisis,
但
man.
最后总会带
That is
着
a
伤。
horrible, like, way to live.
都是我孤身离开。原来那些不是梦，而是我轮回的
Oh,
命运。
damn.
分别的痛苦已深入灵魂，我不再追寻家的温暖，独自一人生活，已记不清过了多少事。
That's so sad.
就是拥有漫长生命的代价吗？
我真的很感谢你，克莱，
Oh,
帮我找回了这些记忆。你永远无法想象，一个没有过去的人会是怎样的心境，没有尽头。现在，总算看到了航向。
that is crazy. Well, didn't think we would get, like, part of his backstory. Yeah, I mean, Klein is in that same situation, which is probably why I feel like their fates really are connected
不
in
知
a
道什么
sense.
时候才能见到父母，回到故乡。
That's probably what spiritually is like connecting them. The fact that Klein is in search to like find his way home.
但幸运的是，我还有班森和梅丽莎。
The more you spend here, though,
既
I
然
feel
结
like
局已经注定，那就在还是克莱恩的日子里，多陪陪班森和梅丽莎吧，珍惜还在一起的时光。
but it's like you're building relationships with them. And then if you're planning on to leave, I feel like it would be hard to leave them because the longer you're here, the more time in between your previous life. So I feel like that might start to like, you might lose memories of that and gain like new memories with your new life. I feel like, are we hearing new noises with that though? Hear like a thing like cranking or something, a wheel moving. Wow, you guys, I just want to say that episode was crazy. Azik, Azik. First time meeting Azik, I guess it was a clue with what we were seeing at the very end of the first time we met him. His pathway being corpse collector, finding out that he's been reincarnated many times, but it always ends with him leaving by himself. So he's leaving behind those people that he had families with, his children, like such a depressing fate. But I guess like thinking about sacrifices needing to be made, I'm assuming with his sequence, like it's just something he has to do. So this guy could have lived so many lives, lived through so many years, but then he forgets it all. So he's probably been around for a long time, which again, I feel like he's very powerful and he probably doesn't even realize how powerful he is. But the fact that we're hiding his sequence, like we don't even know his sequence number. We're just keeping all of that a secret. What if he's like a sequence 1 or something? Like, we don't know that yet. Also with the Wrath encounter, which again turned out to be really sad by the end of the episode, having that be, you know, a son from a previous life, and just the fact the little kid with the sword. And there's just so many layers to this world. There are so many layers, especially with their supernatural abilities. Just shows how many layers there are to this story. But also earlier, Klein burning from the sun and seeing the sequence 4 was crazy. Didn't expect that. Interestingly enough, I feel like it is such a contrast compared to Klein and the mystery around his life to a bright sun-like entity. That has to have a deep meaning to the story. The fact that he was exposed, the fact that he saw it. But with all of this happening in the castle, where we end up with Azik, I feel like the sequence 4 unshadowed. I feel like this all has to tie back to Azik though. And the fact that he was able to see it. In the end, I'm kind of afraid because I feel like Azik is living this life of a curse, but the fact that somehow he's connected to Klein, and also, you know, with the little bits we were getting from Klein, discovering what previous Klein knew. I'm just so curious, like, to find out how deep their connection will go and just how important they will be for each other. But when you really think about it, I mean, technically, somewhat of a reincarnation, just Klein being Klein, you know? Because Azik doesn't know that part about Klein, because maybe that's what's connecting them, especially with him being a corpse collector. Technically, like, the Klein that he's with right now is dead. Wow, that episode was insane. It was insane. That might be my favorite episode so far. I was like locked in, especially the Azik moments in this episode and just flashes of his previous life. And it was, again, so sad to see him just smiling, calm, and then despair. I look forward to this show. It's crazy. Like, how long? This episode felt short, 36 minutes. I guess not counting the credits, but wow, these episodes fly by. This one really flew by. Oh, you guys, this show. Ooh, this show. Wow, with my recording time, definitely longer than the usual. So there you guys go. I will see you in the next reaction. Again, comments are always welcomed if you want to answer my questions. No spoilers, or feel free to add additional information. Some of the comments I will include in the next video if I feel like it helps, like, expand on the conversation and everything. But I edit my own videos and these are always like a lot to edit. But I am having a lot of fun with the show, so I do not mind it. But yeah, there you guys go. Thank you so much for checking out my reaction. Make sure to check out Gamer Subs. Use code Jamie for 10% off. But yeah, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay fresh, bye.